What is happening, AJ Gamer Dude here, and we're going to be talking about how Insomniac has cancelled their Spider-Man multiplayer mode, I guess if you want to say. There was no real confirmation of something like that existing until the Insomniac leaks happened back at the end of December last year. So it's been quite some time, and I think it's about time we dredge up some old memories of the hack that happened to the studio all of that time ago. So, effectively, there was some footage leaked on the internet about how Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales was like running around in like the same sort of area or location. Well, obviously it's going to be in New York because that's like where Spider-Man is effectively like taking place. But in a way, it's kind of difficult to tell whether or not this cancellation is happening because of the leaks, because of the fact that Sony is very much cutting down on staff and letting people go and cancelling projects and things like that. This could very well have been a project of its own and then later implemented into Spider-Man 2, or could have been its own separate thing. Similarly to how GTA and GTA Online are considered separate products by Rockstar, and that's kind of how the downloads are reflected for the PS5 version specifically. But The Last of Us multiplayer was also cancelled around roughly the same time that the leaks for Spider-Man happened, because I do remember making both of those videos either on the same day or a day apart from each other, but something along those lines. So at the moment there's no real way to know whether like this has been cancelled for any of those particular reasons, but it was going to be called Spider-Man the Great Web, which is interesting that they kind of went with that sort of name. The whole idea of like very much a sort of Into the Spider-Verse like Into the Spider-Verse sort of characters coming into like a multiplayer Spider-Man game. Like I don't think we would be seeing like say the Spider-Pig, for example, or any of the other iterations of Spider-Man. But then again, we've got, you know, like so many different iterations of the original Spider-Man, whether it be the Amazing Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man, you know, there's too many versions, iterations, and everything else in between. But yeah. And also the fact that like Sony is moving away from live services, but the thing is that this could have just been a multiplayer mode and not deemed a live service, because I feel like now everyone is sort of conflating the idea of an online game and a live service game to be one and the same. When like say for example, if I were to boot up, I don't know what games do I have to have multiplayer, geez. If I played Star Wars on the with you know, competitive on the couch with like other people in the house, that's definitely not a live service. That's still very much just multiple people playing together, or playing Tetris Effect on the same couch. Like again, that's just another random example. But the thing is that this most likely would have been more of a service game, I feel like, regardless, because everything seems to be shifting in that direction about like how can we make a thing and make the most amount of money possible from it, and cutting back on people, cutting down on costs in the gaming space is happening a lot. But the fact of the matter is that like people are still buying more games than ever before and are continuing to buy. So I feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't really make you know, too much of a difference yet. Until that spending stops or lessens from the consumer side, it's unlikely we're going to see some sort of like video game crash or anything like that. As much as I kind of didn't want to bring it up, I felt it was worth mentioning to at least some degree. With that being said though, apparently there's going to be some upcoming DLC for Spider-Man 2, but the new patch that just arrived is adding New Game Plus, which should have been there at launch, and new suits, which is nice, and just some other stuff like that. But New Game Plus is definitely one of those things that should have been there at launch, and if it wasn't, then it just means that the game just was not in a good spot, because how many people are actually going to go back and, you know, replay the game for New Game Plus? Are they gonna? I think they did add another trophy for that. Yeah, I think so. So I think the only people who are going to go back are going to be trophy hunters and stuff like that. But with all of that said and done, let me know what you guys think about the Spider-Man multiplayer game being, or multiplayer mode rather, being cancelled. Again, we still really don't know what it was. Would you have wanted multiple Spider-Men to run around in a single location? Spider-Mans, spiders, spider people? Spider people, yeah. Okay, I've been workshopping the idea, so in real time just now. So yeah, spider people running around and kind of doing, I don't know, what would that even look like? Like, what would the objective be? What would be the point of the multiplayer? Because it wouldn't be like sort of deathmatch like. In fact, actually, yeah. What kind of ideas can you come up with as well for like what a multiplayer Spider-Man game would look like in the Insomniac Spider-Man universe? But yeah. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year. And with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.